So boys, here we go. Here it is. The showcase for Rimuru is finally here. So let's get into it and let's talk about him a little bit. So here we go. Go into units and we'll discuss everything that he has to offer. So he's a support unit. He was on the top 5 supports this month. So yeah, he's not bad at all. He's actually pretty good. The only thing I'll say is that actually, we'll talk about it afterwards, after we talk about his skill, and his kit and everything. So his first ability is Fire Resistance level 6, Fire Elemental Resistance 30% up, and then he has Great Sage, Auto Refills Art Gauge by 2, and Stats Elements Resistance 30% up, and then his skill is 2800% Fire Damage Magic, 10-second cooldown, 1200 break. His normal art is Full Potion, Break 0, fills all allies skill gauge to max and heals HP by 30%. Heals all ally stats elements except Feint and increase all ally stats element resistances by 100% for 10 seconds. And then his true art, which is Predator, 3700 break, 26,000% water damage magic, life steal by 3% of the damage dealt, and increase all ally statuses of all allies by 20% and art gauge by 3 for 15 seconds. So what does this mean? Okay, this means that the boy Rimuru is actually pretty much very similar to Finn and like position on like where you put him in a position like on a team and all that. Pretty much, to put it simple, you put him on a team where you would put Finn at, from what I've gathered. That's what it seems like to me. So if you don't have Finn, then you put Rimuru where Finn would be, for example. So like let's use an example, for example. So Mako, Finn, Fina, Freed is like kind of my team for like kind of my mono light team, just Finn's just in there. So if I didn't have Finn, I would just put Rimuru in there for Finn, since she does have the art gauge. She has 3 art gauge for 15 seconds, which is really good. Or he has for 3 art gauge, goodness. But so there is that. The only thing I do want to say though, however, is that this buff right here, the normal art, is kind of not that strong. From what I've gathered, like it is good, right? You're able to cleanse all your allies, and you are able to heal and everything like that. So if you're using Finn and her on the same team, then you're gonna be letting Finn spam his true art, because whenever Finn's on the same team as her, their art gauge buff doesn't stack. So Finn's gonna be spamming his true art, and then she'll just be spamming, or he'll be spamming the normal art. Because to be honest, like, you really, whenever I use this normal art, we're going to take it up against the Ice Giant, the Ice Force Giant, or the Ice Fortress Giant, let me say. And we're going to see how, it does in there. But the 10-second buff to all statuses is kind of not that long at all compared to someone like Fina. Fina has like, I think it's like, 20 seconds for, in like all status resistance, evasion and all that. So, yeah. Apart from that, though, overall, Rimuru is a really good unit. The slots are really good for her, or for him. 5-star physical, 5-star support, and 4-star magic at max LB. Also, we're going to be using Milim Clothes. This is the newest gacha equip from the, the time I got reincarnated as a slime crossover event. So we're going to be using that as well. It's not max LB, but it's still a extremely good equipment. Apart from that, we're going to get into this, and we're just going to show him off on a team. Now, this is the team we're going to be using. I decided to kind of go with a different approach. I wanted to see if Rimuru could be the Fina of the team and the Finn of the team, while also having Mako. And then we're going to be having like 2 kind of damage dealers. We're going to be having the girl and then the boy Freed doing the damage, and we're going to see what happens. So yeah, let's get into this and let's see what. Okay, so here we go. Ice Force of Destruction Awoken. Let's see what she can do, or he can do, against this boss. Now, like I said specifically, I personally feel like that he is good. He is a good unit, right? He definitely is. It's just like, it's a very weird unit, at least to me personally, because I already have, like, for example, Finn and, Mako. I already have a ton of support units, and then now I have Rimuru, so it's kind of like, where does he fit on a team? You know what I mean? Do I replace him with Finn, or do I replace Finn with him, or like, what is it? Because I think they all bring very good buffs to the table all the time. Like, all of them bring like something unique to the table, right? For example, Rimuru gives you Art Gen, and is also able to give you gives you Art Gen, and is also able to give you status resistance up, which is really good. You know what I mean? That's really good. The only thing is just like, is that like, do I replace Finn for that? Because is that worth replacing Finn? So I have, because most of the time whenever I'm using Mako, I have to result to Finn, to Fina, and then I also have to result to Finn. So if I use Rimuru, can like that cover everything that I want to, you know, cover for the team? I want to have art gauge buffs. I want to have oh crap, I accidentally just used that. Whoops. I want to have like art gauge buffs going. I want to have you know, status resistance up and all that stuff. Now, of course, the heal from Rimuru's normal art is decent. It's nothing, you know, crazy or anything like that, but like, yeah, I mean, it's decent. You see right here that we'll heal whenever we use the full potion. And the thing that sucks about too is that if you saw that, it's very similar to Mako. You have to use your normal art, and whenever you do it, you have to wait for the entire animation to go through. So yeah, it kind of sucks in that regard. And I really wish they would stop doing that with units, because it hurts the unit a lot, because it makes you not want to really use the unit. That's why a lot of people just didn't want to use a Serpa, because, or not a Serpa, but Mako. That's one reason that a lot of people hated Mako's like Awakening whenever it came out, was because literally you had to wait for the freaking True Art or the Mako Showtime to go all the way through. Granted, she is invincible throughout it, right? But still, like, it's like, bruh, come on now. And you see we got Poison right here, so we're gonna use our normal art and cleanse everybody. But you see that we have to wait, and it's like, bruh, come on, we got to keep it going. And like, you know, someone like Fina, where you can just instantly use your True Art, and then everyone is stats immune. So, you know, you kind of gotta like take it like that, and it is what it is, though. I mean, still overall, you can see that they're keeping the team alive. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing. They're keeping the team alive. We are getting, you know, hit by poison and everything like that, but they're keeping the team alive, and hey, that's good. So right here, we're gonna use our normal art again to heal up everyone, and I'm not actually gonna be using my Heim just because I want Rimuru to do everything. I want to see if Rimuru can do it by herself, and then boom, you saw that right there, and actually did die to that, because like I said, you know, if we had Fina on the team instead of Rimuru, then we probably wouldn't have died that, because we would have had a HP regen buff going on the entire time. Also, Mako wasn't able to get off an HP regen buff during that time, which kind of sucks. And you can see, like, we're pretty much not really doing too much damage and all that. I mean, to be honest, I probably could have brought Regulus and Rags and, you know, just insta-killed this boss, but it is what it is. I just want to show off Rimuru, and you can kind of see, like, he is keeping everyone alive. It's just... And it's not like that he's bad at all. It's just that, like, would you want to replace him, like, with Fina? Because, yes, a lot of people are saying, like, oh my god, percentages is better than, you know, percentage passive is better than, what you call it, the flat, you know, heal boost that you get from everyone. And to me, I say this. The amount that Rimuru heals depends solely on your max HP, okay? The max HP you have depends on what, or how much Rimuru will heal for. And you can see right here that Mako is even struggling to get Art Gauge off, because Rimuru doesn't have, Rimuru doesn't have the Art Gauge buff, like, or an Art Gauge up on her skill, or on his skill. He literally only has, like, what you call it? He literally only has, it on his True Art. It's not like Finn, which Finn has it on his normal art as well. So there's that. Also, another thing is that I definitely would wish that with his normal art, or with his True Art, it also did the percentage based heal. But yeah, it's alright, I guess, without it. But I really wish his True Art would also do a heal as well, because that would help him out a lot. And I don't think it would really make him too OP. It's just like, oh man, dude, it's just... You see what happened to End, and I feel like if Fina was on the team, that wouldn't have happened at all. So, yeah, it's just kind of like, you don't really replace Fina for Rimuru. It's just, Rimuru is a very good option for units and everything like that, but it's just, and it's not like I said, it's not like he's bad. It's just, I would take heal over time and Fina's evasion and all that, instead of Rimuru's, like, you know, waiting for his full potion animation to go completely through, then having to, you know, do that, and then also having to suffer from not having art gen on the team because you don't have Finn on the team, so you're not able to get, like, you know, the skill art gen from Finn's, because from Finn's skill he gives art gauge, he gives like what, 5 to everyone, so there's that. And I thought like using the limb clothes would kind of complement that, like, you know, maybe, or like supplement that, let me say, so, you know, I don't have that on it. And also I'm going to use this because why not? I mean, use the True Art, and I mean, if you can get it going to where you can use your True Art and then use your normal art constantly, then you should be perfectly fine with using him. It's just more so like, you have to micromanage a lot, like trying to get his true art going, and then you also trying to kind of keep up with like the buffs and everything like that. Like unlike Finn, where Finn's like true art literally lasts for like ever. Like his true art lasts for what? How long does Finn's true art last? 20 seconds, and this only lasts for 15. So you can kind of see that like even though it's a 5-second difference, that 5-second difference is huge because a lot of times you really can't get off a or most of the time the buff goes away. Like you see right here, like the buff's already gone. I mean, granted we did use our normal art and everything, but yeah. The buff's already gone, and then boom, we have to keep doing that, and then it kind of sucks to an extent. So yeah, I kind of definitely wish, I don't know why, I just feel like they purposely tried to nerf Rimuru, or like try to not make him that OP. Why doesn't he give himself art gauge on his skill, or like why doesn't he give his teammates art gauge or something like that? Like Mako has it, Usurpa doesn't have it. Of course, he has innate art gen, but like, I guess that supplements it because Mako doesn't have innate art gen like in her abilities, but her skill has it, and Usurpa and Rimuru has innate art gen in their abilities, but not in their skills. So maybe that's what it is, but still, like you saw right there, it may not be that great to always use Rimuru on the team. You really, like I said, the main thing is that Rimuru isn't replacing Finn or Fina at all. She still is very good, or he still is very good as a unit. It's just that, like, oh man, dude, dude, it's just the kind of like, it's a very weird thing because like, do I use him over someone? And I don't think you do. If you already have Finn, Fina, Mako, or whatever the case may be, I really don't think that you use Rimuru over them because Fina would still be like your go-to. Now, I will say that you will be using Rimuru over like them in like mono water teams because they can't go in mono water, but Rimuru can. So Rimuru may really shine in like a mono water team, but in like a rainbow style team, or like trying to just put her on like pretty much a mono light team, but just hers the only water unit and everybody else is light units, stuff like that. I think she definitely would struggle, but being on her own mono team, I think she is really good, or he is really good, let me say. However, I will say he is definitely mono water support. He's the best support for mono water, so yeah, you're going to be using him in mono water all the time. But apart from that though, guys, it's going to be it for your boy OP today. Thank you all for coming out, man. Appreciate y'all watching the video today. If you guys did enjoy this showcase, please tell me down below, and also hit that like button. Apart from that though, guys, thank you all for coming out, and I'm out, guys. Peace.